Okay. All right. Well, we're back. Sorry, guys. We had a little technical difficulties. Our screen went out, but we're back. So, we were talking about the importance of health and how you should prioritize your health, whether it's through meditation, exercise, using those moments in meditations for creativity, being able to capture those innovative moments in your healing process. We also are talking about how I think it's going to jam up on me again here. I don't know what's going on. Lord Jesus, please touch the technology so that we can get through this and we don't go blacking out. So I don't know what you guys are seeing, but we're having some technical difficulties here. Hopefully it'll bounce back, but should it not, um, I'll log back in and come back. This is just terrible. Uh, and I don't know if it's me, if it's the computer itself, or what is going on. Something is definitely going on here. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear me. We're just going to try to work through it. Lord Jesus. Straighten it out, God. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into preparing yourself to become better, to be the best self that you can be. And when you're doing that, you have to. It takes dedication. It takes commitment um, to stick to what it is that you're doing, as well as being mindful of how you're feeling in your journey, in your run towards success, the success that you fulfill in your life, because each person defines the success differently. So, however you define success, we already talked about that it's not all about financial and or career choice that you choose. We talk about sometimes success means having a beautiful, loving family that you can love and that loves you. Sometimes it's having a spouse, or just having your nucleus family, extended family. That's what life is all about, living a fulfilling life that you're doing what it is that you want to do and you're getting out of it what you're putting into it. Um, and there's a lot of different lessons that you will learn along the way. We talk about how winning life and winning business doesn't and love what you do doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to love every part of what you do, every moment of what you do. It's sort of like when you're doing a workout. And when you're working out, you don't really necessarily, when you start to feel the burn, it's like, okay, you got like 10 more reps to go. And it's like, oh God, let me do this, right? It's not so good. But we know that what you're doing is going to make you feel better. It's going to make you happy. It's going to fulfill your life. It's going to add hopefully 5, 10, 20 years to your life because you are doing what needs to be done to ensure that your life is going to be fulfilled with what it needs to be fulfilled with, right? So when you talk about taking care of your health, when you are looking good, feeling good, you just come out good. Like you just feel on top of the world, right? So happiness is what fuels the power for most of the industries in the world. And that's from education to vacations, from our hobbies to habits, everything everyone seems to be doing or buying something they hope will lead them further along the yellow brick road of life. And I love follow the yellow brick road, right? Because life is a mystery. And there's every day that you are blessed to wake up is every day that you get an opportunity to really explore and unwrap a whole new gift in that day. So whether you are walking down a yellow brick road, meeting the power of Oz, um, having some kind of magic elixir that makes your life wonderful, um, it's always good to just go and explore what the next day in your life could bring. Um, there's times when you think that the career that you work brings you happiness, but it really doesn't. It does in one aspect because you're doing what you love. Hopefully, you're doing what you love. And although you're doing what you love, there could be other aspects that's not so great of it. For me, like it's the political part of it that I don't really necessarily care for, but I enjoy the interaction with coworkers. I enjoy the interaction with people, the clients and consumers that I service. Um, not so much the sporadic things that kind of take place that make you kind of cringe when you're at work, but nonetheless, you love the work that you do. But it's not the end all be all of your happiness. It's just one small portion of your happiness. You have your job, then you have whatever hobbies it is that you may have, right? And uh, let's not forget about having some contentment with that inner peace. Are you really truly happy on the inside? Because when you're really truly happy on the inside, it exudes on the outside. It really does exude on the outside. Um, and not only you can feel it and it impacts your life, even if you're not feeling well, you will still be able to do what you do because you're happy and this is what lights your fire. So as it's lighting your fire, it's bringing you inner peace, and you know that this is one other piece of the puzzle that you get to put together in your life for that day before it all wraps up. I don't know why it's bouncing around like this, and I do apologize, but it's nothing I can do about the technology. And we haven't gone black yet, so I'm hoping that it'll pop in and it'll just pop in and I'll be back there for you. But as we're talking about happiness, sometimes happiness, the secret to happiness is really not a secret. It's just an unfortunate fact that most people who are searching for happiness completely miss it by default because you're looking to be happy. Happiness begins with it's an inside job. You should wake up with the happiness and joy inside of you. It's like the big elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. One thing you must realize and understand is that your happiness is your happiness. No one holds the key to your happiness, only you. So you cannot put that responsibility on someone else. You have to hold the keys to your life, to your joy, to your peace, as well as your happiness and your health. It's all on you, So in doing so, you have to be mindful and think about your natural state, right? What's your natural state of joy? My natural state of joy most times doesn't really look like joy. Um, I'm happy, but I'm just kind of like even kill, kind of like a flat affect, kind of sort of. But I'm happy. I don't show exude. I don't exhibit a whole lot of facial expressions when I'm happy. I kind of just kind of sit regular. But my heart is filled with joy. My insides is bouncing around of happiness. And then, if you're looking for happiness on the outside, you really gotta really hone in on your values, your beliefs, what it is that you want out of life to find it on the inside. And you thinking that you're gonna get to happiness faster and quicker by tracking happy thoughts and to appreciate and be grateful for something you have. That's one way to fast track it. Just being happy for what it is that you have, being grateful for who you are right now, what do you have in your life, and the thoughts. You got to think happy thoughts, in order to be happy, even in the down times, think of happy thoughts. You have to find a way to break the stress because there's our egos and then there's our soul. The ego, you might want to kind of calm that down sometimes because the ego can take you and make you begin to start feeling arrogant, entitled, um, and things of that nature. And it's giving you a false sense of pride. But if you come from your soul and you really feel happiness from your heart, you will feel the real true joy. You'll have some sympathy, you'll have gratitude, you'll have some appreciation, you'll feel unity, you'll be able to forgive yourself for the things that's going on. You can free yourself from things that are holding you back, and you can celebrate your victories. The ego will get in the way.